small, start now, and let's conserve and sustain for a brighter tomorrow. I invite Mr. Karki Ashokkumar to introduce the concept of sustainable mindset and its significance for the next generation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, students and everybody. I would like to thank Mahatma School Management, especially Mrs. Premalata Madam and Mr. Dayan and Mr. Karthik in terms of thinking ahead. And I would like to introduce myself as a alumni of Mahatma School of 97 year 97 batch I belong to. I was studying in residential school of Mahatma in Mahalagurkoval. And therein, I would also like to thank and greet, Mrs. Gomati, Mrs. The other teachers and other teachers who had been coordinating and helping us put a good show now. And first of all, and I would also like to greet our Zha Foundation team, Mr. Bharat, who is part of the co-founding board, Mr. Sabari, who is a co-founding board, and Mrs. Prasanna, and Mr. Sundara Pandyan, and Miss Jaya, and Mr. Abhinesh, who has been tremendously taking up this initiative and getting the technology on board through giving you a ZSPC.info as a web application that is going to help us track each and every club activity. So, in order to get you context, to give you an overview on how this club has been established and why this club has been established, why are we really being part of this initiative and everything. And to start with, everything started with the goal of bringing consistency of the lives of Indian farmers. So why consistency of Indian farmers, particularly in terms of profits and security, were volatile, and they were not able to have sustained profits. If you look at the farmer's life, it's very insecure. And wherein us, my father and mother were a farmer, and where I belong to Tanjore district, and I've been listening to various other farmers' life, and where it had a lot of inconsistencies in making profits. From the process of growing their produce to selling it to a consumer. So, which is in short, in a high level, people say farm to market. Unfortunately, many are still stuck in temporary processes involving middlemen and other intermediaries. I personally wanted to propose a solution to establish a insurance organization with a new concept designed to facilitate and protect the entire farm practices. But however, we could not find a win-win situation for farmers, because there were a lot of mismanagement or unsustainable practices in doing the business of farming practices. And this would create, in order to create a sustainable practice, and we wanted to create a win-win situation for consumers, farmers, and middlemen through an integrated farm management system defined by clear rules and regulation, ensuring each role system is recognized and valued, including the contribution of the agriculture workers. So, because of which we had a vision initially to set up an insurance company for farmers, which has the operating model in terms of making it a profitable, consistent profit for the farmers' world. However, the greed and corruption present in society have led people to prioritize quick, non-transparent gains that undermine the prosperity of others. For an example, if you when you talk about greed, so normally in a society, what happens? We look for caring and sharing. When I get something good, we would like to share. Like, Madam Premalata, Madam, what she did when I was a child in the school, when I started my school, 600 to higher education in the school. So nobody imposed her to teach us social work, or nobody imposed her to teach us what is the values of Mahatma, or nobody imposed her to teach the combination of all the religions. Interestingly, only in our school we have all the temples of various religions, which made us feel and create a foundation for ourselves in terms of seeing it with equality. And the gender equality, again, as you say, it's very friendly atmosphere, and where Madam herself, has been an inspiration for many of us in terms of how, people, students like us can look upon. So this self-centered mindset, the greedy and corruption present in the society, led people to prioritize quick and non-transparent gains to undermine the prosperity of everybody. So we only think of ourselves, right? And that is this self-centered mindset. This self-centered mindset has prevented widespread financial stability and led to lack of values in the society. Unsustainable choices made in pursuit of immediate benefits not only harm our communities but also our planet. While the United Nations have set some expectations for corporations and the corporates and organizations to follow sustainability standards, but there is no established framework for sustainability for people in terms of having to follow a set of principles, right? At an individual level. In response to that, we created Zha Sustainability Practitioners Club, and which aim to encourage the practice of sustainability across various categories, people including students, professionals, organizations, institutions. Which means even when you're going to sign up today as a member of this club, even after you go to the school, you still can practice the sustainability mindset through small social work that you guys wanted to do and post that into the software that we have.